Zoning 101. Zoning is a detailed set of ordinances that establish the specific types of development allowed across the city and rules for many of those physical characteristics of that development. Understanding these regulations will help you understand why certain areas of Tampa have developed in very different ways. Zoning is meant to be rooted in the Tampa Comprehensive Plan, which establishes broad land use categories and applies them across the city. These categories describe the general types of uses, such as residential, commercial, or industrial development, that can occur on a piece of property, as well as the density and intensity of those uses. The plan also establishes a set of goals that describe the types of development that Tampa wants to achieve. Zoning is meant to implement these broad goals and land uses through more specific ordinances. In the city's zoning regulations, you'll find rules specifying what development is allowed and where. You'll also find rules governing certain types of structures, such as setbacks, height, and required parking. The impact of zoning on the character of Tampa in almost every city can't be overstated. It's why a building downtown can rise dozens of stories, while a nearby neighborhood is made up of single-family homes. It's why one neighborhood might have a store within a short walking distance, and residents in another neighborhood might have to drive a few miles to shop. Common zoning terms. Much of the regulatory power of a zoning code is in how it defines certain terms. Here are a few common terms that are important to understanding zoning. Use. Typical zoning separates and regulates the type of uses on each parcel. This is why most neighborhoods only have homes and no shops or businesses, and why many corridors only have shops and businesses but no homes. Setbacks. Setbacks are the required minimum distances structures must be from the lot line. These setbacks are also referred to as the required yards. There are often different setback requirements for the front, side, and rear of a property. Height. Height has a specific definition in Tampa's zoning code: the vertical distance between the required finished floor to the highest point of the structure. What is a zoning overlay? The zoning code for Tampa and other cities contains overlays, another zoning tool. A zoning overlay is a set of additional zoning regulations that are applied to a specific geographic area within a city or municipality. These overlays are used to address specific issues or goals related to land use and development that are not adequately addressed by the existing zoning regulations. For an example, a zoning overlay may be used to promote the development of affordable housing, protect a historic design pattern, or encourage the use of renewable energy. An area with overlays may allow for taller buildings, smaller yards, or less parking than the underlying zoning would otherwise allow. Areas of Tampa with overlays include West Shore, East Tampa, West Tampa, and Kennedy Boulevard. Changing zoning. The zoning code is frequently amended to address issues. Nationally, cities have pursued zoning changes to create more in various types of housing or to require less parking. Some cities have implemented a type of zoning that is focused on regulating the physical form of buildings and their relationship to the surrounding environment, rather than primarily on separating land uses. This type of zoning is called a form-based code, and they are often intended to promote walkable, mixed-use areas with well-designed public spaces and buildings. Downtown Tampa is an example of an area with a form-based code. Form-based codes regulate the building form and placement while allowing a wider variety of compatible uses. This video has covered several basic elements of the zoning code. As Tampa continues to develop, the code will play a significant role in determining how the city grows and changes.